Welcome to I don't know, maybe
I'm chatting about Mac.
I know what was the comment by Dennis Eckersley on the Red Sox about a hodgepodge of nothingness. We're gonna try to be a little better than that,
Yes.
but we are gonna try our best. Myself, Joe Lodanosky, John Stroup. I do Edinburgh wrestling. Stroupy does Clarion wrestling. We're gonna do our best in this little series to provide a bit of an update, an outlook, a look at what do you want to of the MAC as we get ready for the NCAA. So we're going to hit the ground running. We've got Keith Ferraro and Will Feldkamp. I'm going to ask, first of all, Keith, I'm going to ask the question that everyone is dying to know. Is the gong packed for Tulsa? That's what the people want to know.
We actually spent a day looking at travel gongs to see if we could find something that would fit on the plane. But we didn't pull the trigger quick enough, so we're going to have to go out and pin them without a gong.
Oh, I feel like you're...
Yeah.
I mean, is that okay, Stroud?
Yeah,
to
well,
not take the gong?
I think we're special with Will and having the excitement.
Isn't like Feldkamp's the main gong guy.
What do you think, Feldkamp?
He's the Chuck Berry of Clarion.
I would love to have a gong out in Tulsa.
All right, maybe we should pack this thing. We haven't left yet, so we could do it.
All right, Keith, you're in a spot now where it's not excuse time anymore for the Golden Eagles. It's expectation time. What's it like as you prepare? The room's different this year in terms of, say, the room 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's just been steady, gradual improvement, I feel, from everyone. And, it is time. I mean, it's time to start expecting it from some people. And whenever as a program, coaches and fans and supporters expect it the same way that the athletes do from themselves, that's whenever you're firing on all cylinders. And I feel like that's what we're approaching as a program.
And we see it. I definitely see it, Keith, over the last couple of years. The improvement, the excitement, and everybody in the room, even coming and taking a chance to go up to the room occasionally. It's been fun to see the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to hear that because you hope that other people are noticing that, the guys on the team are taking things more seriously and setting higher goals for themselves and higher expectations. Mm-hmm. And I see it. Our staff sees it, but it definitely feels good to hear that, other folks looking at the program are seeing the same thing.
Well, and I think a lot of it has to do with some of the excitement, Will, you have brought to the program and the pins and the just enthusiasm you've shown.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. We put a lot of effort inside the room, and I just feel like when you have a good match and you go out there and you perform like your best, you should be out there and be able to celebrate a little bit. And there's a lot of great guys on the team, up and down the lineup, old, young, transfers, people, the guys that have been here for 5-6 years. So it's been a great flow, and everyone was able to peak at the right time this year. I felt like.
Now, Will, I'm curious. Obviously, it's you have a thing, and people, some guys are single leg, some guys are double leg, and then there's pinners, and you are a pinner. You literally pinned your way to a MAC championship. Now, is it, are you sitting there waiting on the 3-2 breaking ball? Is it something in particular, or is it that's just in your DNA and you find yourself putting guys on their backs all the time?
I think that's just in my DNA. My dad told me at a young age that pinning's winning. You could be down by 14 points. There could be 10 seconds left in the match, but if you get the ultimate knockout pretty much, and if you put the other guys on his back, you need to get that pin for yourself, for your team, to win the match. And so pinning's winning. That's what I've been told since a young kid. And I'm not going out there to get a pin every time. I just feel like I find myself, put myself in good situations, and good things happen when you're just working hard. So it does occur to happen, but I'm not looking for it all the time.
Well, I do see you with the move that you have and the dump. I don't know if we can call you the garbage man or what, but you'd have that dump down to perfection sometimes. So you do look for that, I know, and it's fun to watch you. They just kind of avoid it, but you'll always get yourself in a situation to get that too, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And
Keith, I wanted to ask you from the perspective, obviously, the business trip, this is not a time where, it's fun. But it is a work trip. What has this week off been like? And, obviously you want to keep everybody sharp, but you certainly don't want anybody to be injured or only hurt, I should say. What's the week been like as you get ready to take off for Tulsa?
Yeah, I mean, I think most programs are kind of doing a similar thing after their conference tournament. We get a couple hard days in, and then really it's just about getting your body feeling good. And, that last 7 days before the event, there's not much you do to your fitness, good or bad. I mean, you are what you are. And the best thing I think you can do is just focus on getting guys feeling good and getting to where they're confident, and prepared to get on a plane and go take it. And, I can tell you, I felt pretty good about our team's performance at the conference tournament. I feel pretty good about how things have gone over the last couple of weeks. I really think we got guys ready to surprise some people, and I'm looking forward to it.
I would think so, especially Seth Coleno. He comes out of surprises everybody. Again, he's a pinner. He'll come out of nowhere and grab that, his arms, his length, and he'll get the cradle. It's fun. And early on the year, you were talking to me about John Worthing and how he looks like a potential qualifier, and now he's there. What an upset he came through in the conference to get to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, we all, especially our coaching staff, we've seen it from John. We see glimpses of it all the time, and just, what he needed to figure out, and quite frankly still does if he's going to be an All-American, is just being that guy, that really great guy consistently. And he's made steps in that direction this year, which is why he's going to the national tournament. And, I really think from top to bottom in our program, he's probably one of the guys that has the most ability and talent, and he's just kind of figuring out how to put it all together now. So we're proud of him. He had a great MAC tournament.
You never know how they put it together in the end. And we'll use Gary Barton. There's Clarion's epitome of somebody coming out of nowhere and winning the national championship.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember his route to victory?
Yes.
I think he beat 6-2-3-1 in the bracket.
Yes, he was unseeded and came through.
Incredible.
It was incredible.
Well, I want to this is for Will. Maybe this would be a better question without Keith on the line, because I don't want to pull the curtain back too far. But Will, obviously, you win your opening round match over Josh Nolan of Binghamton. Most likely their weight's Aaron Brooks. And the Coleno starts with Cole Matthews. And then Worthing, if he wins, he gets Carter Starocki. I mean, that's tough sledding for you guys. How do you – obviously that is the deepest end of the pool in match 2 for everybody. Yeah. How do you keep your eye on the prize, Will, and not worry about who you're wrestling, as opposed to make sure you are wrestling your matches?
I mean, we've wrestled tough guys all year. We went to Penn State, we got a little taste of what it's like to be in a rowdy environment, and we had great competition out in Vegas. So I really think that it doesn't really matter who we're wrestling, because we've wrestled great guys all year. We've all been wrestling our whole lives, and we've wrestled top guys in the country growing up in high school, me, John, and Seth. So I don't think we're really worried about the guy in front of us, because everyone's great now at the national tournament. and it's just who's better in their best positions, as Coach Zackrell likes to put it. So it's just worrying about your next move, scoring the next point, and just being the best wrestler you can in that match and moment. And I'm looking at every session as a new dual meet coming up. It's one match, hopefully, session. So I'm looking at it just one dual meet match at a time, pretty much, and just going out there and just trying to get my hand raised against anybody.
A question for both of you, but I'd be curious to get your answer. As this world evolves and Keith, coaching staffs are more and more influenced by clubs, I don't think it's coincidence that you are having success at the upper weight. You had a significant addition in the offseason in Dakota Gear coming into your program. Obviously, it was a terrific wrestler for John Smith. First for you, Will, what a luxury to have an All-American that you're able to literally and figuratively lean on as you prepare for an NCAA tournament.
Yeah, no kidding. At first, I was really excited, and then he came in July after he got married, and we wrestled pretty much all of July and August together. And I'm not gonna lie, it sucked. He got the better of me. I got my licks in, but for the most part, he's a great wrestler, great competitor. So he definitely pushed us upper weights between John and I, and the goalie as well, and Chapman are heavyweight. And I just think when he tells us, like, hey, let's get in this extra workout tonight at 8 o'clock, come and run the stairs and do some stance of motion, like, I know it's coming from a place of he knows what it takes to get there, to be an All-American, to be on that podium. He was able to do it a few times. And so it's just kind of easier to follow in someone's footsteps when you know that he means, like, he just wants the best for you. And it was a really great experience being able to get somebody as his caliber, just as a wrestler and as a human being. He's been a great guy to be around in and outside the room. He's fun to be around trips. So it's just been a great overall good guy.
Right. He has. I've seen that in Dakota and how he's fit in so well with everybody.
Keith, I wanted to get your thought on, again, it's not, you now have your staff, and again, this is a ever-changing room in terms of the way these operate. With Brock Zockrell and Dakota Gear, not too shabby when you say, hey, come to Clarion and you can work out with this guy or that guy. What's this evolution and, the addition of Dakota Gear to your staff been like for you?
Yeah, really. I mean, whenever it became an option, when I was looking for somebody, obviously you want him, and I thought he'd be a good fit, but I really didn't even anticipate how well it would work out and how great of a fit he was. I mean, you can always go out and find some big guys that can thump college guys. I mean, it's maybe hard to get them to move to Clarion sometimes. You don't always get those guys, but to find one who can do it, who can also get it done on the recruiting trail, and who's good to talk to people and has a good presents himself well and has a good image and can get it done in the office and can hustle in a lot of ways that are important to me on my staff. I can't afford to just have guys that go into the room every day and wrestle. There's a lot of work that gets done in our program outside the room, and Dakota's been great in those areas too. So he really has complemented the staff in a great way. And hope we can keep him around for a long time because he's doing a great job.
Yeah, I agree. There's no doubt about it, but I appreciate the time, Coach, and Will, taking the little preview of what to do with the Nationals and stuff. But good luck to you, Coach, and good luck to Will, and definitely wish the other two good luck on the trail to the gold.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Best of luck. Safe travels.
Take care.
And best of luck on whatever this thing you're doing here becomes. I think it's great. I'd love to see some type of a Mac-centric podcast going. I think it'd be good for us.
All right. Well, if nothing else, and if it's a fiery crash, you were number one.
All right. All right. I appreciate that.
Sounds good.
All right,
Thanks.
Will Feldkamp and Clarion head coach Keith Ferraro, thank you. I don't know. I'm used to doing radio, but anyway, you'll click on the next link, and then we'll talk about other stuff.
All right.